Thank you for tuning in to the Patricia Show. My name is Patricia. Please press like and subscribe and share this audio with someone who you think may need it. Now, I want to talk about you getting money when you have no money coming in. Let's say that, well, in order to survive, you have to have something coming in. But let's say your income is really low. Or let's say you're a retired mom or a retired person and you just get your Social Security income, something like that. And you want to increase your finances. So this technique is for anybody. But I have gotten some feedback that some people don't even have a job and they're looking for a job, okay? So they have very minimum income coming in. So let's say you have, like I said, a small amount of income coming in. You could still raise that income, but we're going to start slowly. So if you have very little coming in income, you're going to do the affirmation. I will earn $1,500 a month. Start there. That's where you're going to start at. $1,500 a month. I will earn $1,500 a month. Now you say that all day. Then at nighttime, when you get ready to go to bed at night, I want you to say, just repeat that as you fall off to sleep. Say it like a lullaby. I will earn $1,500 a month. I will earn $1,500 a month. I will earn $1,500 a month as you go off to sleep. So you're going to do it in the day and at night. Now, you do not have to say it out loud. If you can, that's great. But if you don't have to, it still works. You can think it in your mind. I will earn $1,500 a month. Just do it, like I said, all day. And then at nighttime, just before you go to bed, you say it like a lullaby. You're going to continue doing this I like you to reach the 90 days. Do it for 90 days. Now, let's say your money start coming in, which is great and fantastic. And let's say in 30 days, you have the $1,500 coming in. I still want you to complete doing it. Because let me explain something. When you do these affirmations for the whole 90 days, and then let's say next year comes, and you stop doing the affirmations because you got your money and everything, but your income then fell back down again, so now you need to increase it again up to $1,500, and this is a year later. This time when you go to say, I will earn $1,500, it'll only take you approximately 24 to 48 hours, or 24, let's say 1 to 3 days for you to get the money. Now this is the initial time you're doing it. So you're programming your subconscious mind, and it might take a week, 2 weeks. Everybody is different depending on what all you got programmed in your subconscious mind about money. But it might take a little while for you to start earning it. But once you have firmly placed this in your subconscious mind, when you pick it up to do it again in a year or 2 or 3 years, it works instantaneously. So take it all the way to 90 days, and then you can stop. So you're going to do that for 90 days. Now, let's say you're a person that you're making a medium, a decent amount of money, but you're still struggling. Or you are somebody who are retired, you're getting Social Security, but you ain't getting enough money, and you're still struggling. So what do you do for that? So now we're going to up it a little bit. I don't know, because this works fast depending upon your income. So I'm giving very low incomes here because I'm not talking to everybody individually. Okay, so let's do $5,000 a month, because I'm sure you're probably making over $5,000. Now let me change it. You could either do $3,000 or $5,000 a month, either way. but you're gonna do the same thing. I will earn $3,000 a month. I will earn 3,000 all day long, and then at night you'll say I will earn $3,000 a month as you go off to sleep. Do it as a lullaby. If you're going to use 5,000, and remember this is for people, you could use 3 or 5,000 or anywhere between that. So you're gonna do, let's say you do 5,000 a month. You'll do it all day, and then at night you'll do it like a lullaby. I will earn $5,000 a month. I will earn five as you go off to sleep. All right, now we're going through our higher paying people. These are people you working 2 jobs, so you bringing in some decent amount of money. You bring in anywhere between $70,000 to $100,000 a year. This is for those people. This is for people who you need to at least be earning. You need to at least be earning. Well, let's wait a minute. Let me back up a little bit. If you're earning from 50 to 70,000, this is for you. So the first one is maybe the first exercise I gave you, that's very low. Maybe you're earning up to 20,000 a month, maybe not even that much. The second exercise is, maybe you're earning between 20 and 40,000 a month. This exercise you're earning between 50 and 70,000 a month. Okay? So you're going to say, I will earn $10,000 a month all day long, and then at night you'll say it as a lullaby. I will earn $10,000 a month. I will earn $10,000 a month as you go off to sleep. Now, this is for the bigger people. Let's say you're making $100,000 a month on your regular job, business, whatever you got coming in. And you definitely want to take it to a bigger level. Now, yours is going to be a little bit different. So, I'm going to give you 2 things to do. Either or. These are for people who already are making at least $100,000 a month. So now, the first thing that you can do in the daytime, you will say, this is during the day. You will say wealth, 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 wealth. Just all day long. Just say wealth, wealth. Okay. At nighttime, you're going to say it as a lullaby. Wealth, wealth, wealth. As you go off to sleep. Now, during the nighttime, you have to do this 2 consecutive weeks without missing a night. If you miss a night, you have to start back and do it again. Wealth, until you could get through 2 consecutive weeks of saying wealth at night. Now, when you've gotten through the 2 consecutive weeks, that's great, fantastic. Now your energy has shifted. So now you continue to say it until you say this for 90 days. Okay? So in the daytime, you're going to say wealth, and at nighttime, you're going to say wealth, but you must do the 2 consecutive weeks without missing. If you miss, start over day 1 until you get through 2 consecutive weeks of saying wealth like a lullaby as you go off to sleep. At this time, 2 weeks exactly, your energy frequency has shifted. And it is now, your energy is giving off wealth. So now it could be attracted to you at any time. Okay. Now that's one of the exercises you could pick. Another of the exercises, because this one for the people who make $100,000 or more, you could either choose that one or you could choose this one. During the daytime, you will say, I will earn $20,000 a month. I will earn $20,000 a month. And you'll keep that in your mind all day. At nighttime, you'll say the wealth, 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 like a lullaby as you go off to sleep. It's the same thing. The first 2 weeks, you have to say that wealth continuously, you can't miss a beat, can't miss a day, can't miss a night, for 2 consecutive weeks. Then after you say it for 2 consecutive weeks, if you miss a night, you have to count from day 1 and start over from day 1 again. And then you continue to say it until you've got through 2 weeks of saying wealth. At this time, your frequency has changed. Continue to say this affirmation for 90 days. Now, there are people that have become millionaires within 90 days. This ain't no lie, from doing these different affirmations. I'll give you one if you want to be a millionaire. I'll give you one later for that one. But this is to increase your income. So you have people who have very little income. You have exercise for them. One who has medium, maybe a little bit of income. Somebody else who have medium income. Somebody else who have a larger income. And then another bracket for somebody who's ready to hit the wealth. Okay? In order to get money, we are energy. That's first of all. We are energy. And the universe answers our prayers according to your frequency. Now, let me explain that. If you're saying out of your mouth, God, I want to be rich, but your frequency is giving out poor, the universe thinks you want to be poor, because that's the frequency you're giving off. You have to give off the frequency that you want to become. And that's why people will say you have to act like you're rich to become rich. You're not going to become rich until you act like it. That's what they mean. Your frequency has to change to that before you can get it. I hope you all understand that, because that is really important. And then the other thing is, like, the churches teach that you shouldn't ask for money. That is not true. The Bible says, seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. So if you don't seek the wealth, how are you going to get it? I remember when I was 24 years old and I was losing my house in Oak Park. And I used to think that I couldn't, be close to God and get wealth too. And I heard something say, Patricia. Now, it wasn't a shock to me to hear that, because I'm clairaudient, and so I can hear the spirit world talking. It said to me, you don't have to be poor. You could be rich. I remember sitting there saying, it said you don't have to be poor to get close to God. You could be rich and still be close to God. And I remember sitting there asking, really? And I said, teach me about money. From that day until this day, the Spirit of God has been teaching me about money. And in order to know about money, you got to understand about the frequency. You are energy. Your frequency determines what's going to come into your, where you're at with that money thing or anything. If you have a frequency of lack, poor, I don't care how much your mind say you want wealth, you're not going to get it, because your frequency is giving out that of poor. So you have to change your frequency. So these affirmations that I'm giving you, the nighttime one, the one I say do as a lullaby, that is the one that changes your frequency. So it's very important when you do that for all of you. If you miss a night, just start back over. Start over and count as day 1 and continue to go on until you get 90 days. Please, when you get to that point, remember me, send me in a donation. I haven't given you the information for my donation, but I will. Good luck to everybody.